Incident has happened in Kasibugga Venkateswara Swami temple. Today being Ekadasi, like never before, pilgrims came here. They wanted to take the blessings of the Lord. This is a private temple, and from morning 6 to afternoon 12, in the first half, they do darshans. Then they take a break, and again at 3 p.m. they again reopen the temple. The temple has clearly two ways. One is an entry and the other one is an exit. At 11:30 a.m., because there is unknown amount of rush, the entry point was closed. So a lot of people who came felt that they could go through the exit route, and that created a lot of suffocation. And if it's also stepped, entries has steps, so the person on the top tripped and fell, and it resulted in a cascading effect. And also the queue planners that are there were not planned for this kind of crowd. Generally you have to go, when so much of crowd is expected, minimum 7 inches inside you need to anchor the queue management system, barricades. But what has happened is here it's only close to 2.5 inches. So the barricades fell, and on one side, if you had noticed, once they fall, they straight fell onto the cement beam, and then the cement flooring that was on the side. And majority of them who passed away are women. It's very unfortunate this incident happened. As soon as we got to know, so the incident happened, within 5 minutes we got to know. I reached out to the Honorable MLA and the Honorable Minister here. Then we have a WhatsApp group in real-time governance, which also has Disaster Management Minister. We reached out to the Honorable Home Minister. From there we coordinated their entire rescue operations. We worked exceptionally hard to save as many lives as possible. It's very unfortunate that we lost 9 people. The government stands by them. The Chief Minister has announced an ex gratia of 15 lakhs for the deceased. I know for the families who had serious injuries, 3 lakh rupees. As soon as this incident happened, we have informed the Honorable Prime Minister's office, and Modi ji has announced a 2 lakh rupee ex gratia for the deceased and 50,000 rupees for the people who have had grievous injuries. Not only that, for the people who have injured, 3 of them have been moved to super specialty hospital who require a bit more critical care. We are hopeful that all 3 will recover and we shouldn't have any challenges. But even here in the Palasa hospital, there are some who have had deep fractures. One lady has had fractures on both her legs. One of them has had a hip fracture. So they'll require a longer rehabilitation, and we have taken it upon ourselves to take care of them. May it be 1 month or even 6 months, we will take care of them. The Honorable MP has given a good suggestion. He said whatever equipment is required for this care, we will deliver it to their house. The government will take up that responsibility. We will deliver it to their house, and we will take care of the families and them till they are completely back to normal. And the Honorable, just allow me to finish.
Sir, why police
just allow me to finish. And the Honorable Chief Minister has clearly asked us to come up with an SOP once the committee gives a report to ensure that such an incident never happens again. See, this temple was constructed by a 94-year-old man. Mr. Panda wanted to bring Lord Balaji closer to people. It is close to 12-acre land. He has spent anywhere between 15 to 20 crores of money, and most of it is own money, to build the temple. It is a very unfortunate incident. Mr. Panda, the Purohits, and the contractors who built the temple, the police has called them for an investigation, and the investigation is ongoing. So once the investigation is complete, then I'll be able to respond on what is the action we will be taking.
Sir, why police has not taken action, preventive action before happening anything?
See, if you look at it, majority of the pilgrims who came here are first-timers. So, out of the 16 people who are here, one person stated that this was her second time that she came for darshan. So no one knew, no one imagined this much crowd will come. And it's not from one village. I checked with everyone. It is like 5 people, 10 people, 15 people coming from each village. So even for police to understand, it's not coming from one village. It's a slow congregation that resulted in a large group. It was a very unplanned congregation. It resulted in a large group. And they all wanted to go and take Lord Balaji's darshan. But it's a very unfortunate incident. As part of SOPs, we will now devise, it's not only for temples under endowment, but temples under private management also. How do we better monitor? How do we ensure the quality of the construction? Because, with under the influence of, with the influence of positive influence of social media, and also the free bus scheme we have given, women are spending more time going and visiting a lot of temples. Recently, in Vijayawada, Durgamma Gudi temple also, in the past maximum pilgrims were only 12 lakhs. But first time close to 16 to 18 lakhs came. We managed it very efficiently, very well, without any untoward incident. Food, water, everything was well managed because we figured out that so many people will come. We had information, indications. Here we had nothing. So, but we will keep firm SOPs, and we will ensure that such an incident does not happen again.
Sir, sorry to say this is the second incident in your government happening in the temples. So, will your government take any preventive action like a committee?
If you look at it, temples under endowment, already preventive action has been taken. It could be in Tirumala, could be in Simachalam. Please go look at it. Already preventive action has been taken. Required necessary steps have been taken. This unfortunate incident has happened in a private temple, which is not under the supervision of endowment. So it's a very unfortunate incident. We are not brushing aside our responsibility. We are not saying it is not our responsibility. But now all of us need to come together and ensure that robust SOPs are in place to make sure that such an incident does not happen again. And we will take appropriate firm steps in that direction.
So this temple in a private management, but now this incident has happened. So government will be closing this temple?
It's very unfair to say that government will close a temple.
So many people
It is no. I absolutely agree. There is a panic. Certain rituals have to be done. Certain corrections have to be done. But temples never are shut. Unfortunate incident has happened. Proper pujas and all we will do. As far as the management of this particular temple is considered, that will be the collective decision of the cabinet. We will wait for the report to come. There is a 3-man committee that has been constituted. We will wait for the report to come, and based on that report, we will take further steps.
Any endowment department has endorsed it?
I'm sorry?
Endowment department will be endorsing this temple?
No, I will await the report to come from the field. Once that comes, then definitely what actions to be taken, we will take. See, we should also understand one thing. A person with a lot of love for the Lord, a man who's now 94 years old, brick by brick build the temple. It's his own land. Money, he raised some, majority of it he put his own money. He has built a temple to bring Lord Balaji closer to people. It's an unfortunate incident that has happened. But he's also a 94-year-old man. So, it has taken a lot of energy to build this temple. I'm sure you have seen it. It takes a lot of energy, effort, commitment to build this temple. And with all that he's built it, so we need to carefully handle the situation. We are very conscious of it. On one side, we understand that we've lost 9 people from our state. In that, one of them is a child. So we are totally cognizant of it. We are not brushing aside our responsibility. But at the same time, there's a 94-year-old gentleman who put in a lot of effort in building the temple. So, but we need to understand why it happened and definitely take precautions to ensure that it does not happen. As our friend here asked, how do you ensure that it does not happen? I think that is going to be our focus. And all temples we have to review it. And we have asked the local SPs, collectors to review all the temples, geotag all the temples, give us all the details, ensure that especially with regards to the queue management system, whether there is a robust system, whether sufficient anchoring is done or not, all that precautions we want to take. And we will mandate things like CCTV camera. I understand inside the temple there are a lot of sentiments attached to it, but at least outside the temple, we will ensure that CCTV cameras are there. which will have proper analytics also based on it. So there's a proper mechanism. Because suddenly, if temple that can take 100 people, if there are 1,000 people that suddenly congregate without anyone's knowledge,
Nobody expected.
no one knew it, no one expected it. Unfortunate incident happened. But if we've had cameras with analytics and all, then there would at least been a certain alert mechanism where we could have responded. But unfortunately, in this case, there are no cameras. Because we don't have any rules that stipulate that cameras need to be around the temple or place of worship. Now we'll definitely institute that, and proper crowd management will be ensured.
Sir, will you give me 1 minute?